Okay, well, we've kind of started the process of cleaning out the kitchen on its demolition. See, we took all the cabinets down. The last thing we need to do is take out our sink, which we're going to put in our backyard, so hook a hose up to it so we'll still be able to wash dishes, because we're going to be out of a kitchen for 6 weeks or so. So at least we'll have something to use rather than in the bathtub. We're going to put this in the backyard. Took advantage of moving our cabinets out to the garage for my wife. Got some places to hide all of her stuff that she doesn't want in the house, but taking advantage of a lot of the old cabinetry so we don't have to waste it. And I have a hose here hooked up to my hot water line going to my washing machine. Got it split off. You can see the hose coming out and it's going outside. And we're going to run the hose. We're going to put the sink over here alongside of this fence. You got a drainage pipe. We're going to pipe it off into the bushes over there to water the bushes. So that's our next step. Okay, as you can see, we moved the sink outside, ran the hose with the hot water, and now we have a running sink. And we have the drain pipe going out back there in the yard somewhere. Well, now at least we have some plumbing for washing things. Okay, started to knock out the sheetrock here in our bedroom closet. You can see all these little holes that I've made. I've located all of the nails that hold the sheetrock on. I started to just knock it out, but it makes a lot of mess, and my wife is hyperallergenic, and I'm trying to figure out a way to keep the dust out, or at least to a minimum. And this house was built back in 1958, so it's about 51 years old now. And I guess back then they used little penny nails instead of screws. And this is what they look like, little small nails. I don't know if it was they didn't have battery operated drills back then, or it was just a time sensitive thing to have to screw instead of nail. Not quite sure what the answer is. I'm sure one of you will have an answer for that. But what I've done is removed all of the screws, so now it's just basically loose on the wall. And I'm going to cut out all the way the ceiling, and I need to remove this whole portion of sheetrock in both the bedrooms. Why, you ask? Well, I live in California, and we're just about 15 miles from the Loma Prieta area, so there's strict codes here in California about removing the wall, because it's a load-bearing wall. We need to compensate for that by adding shear walls. So we take off the sheetrock, and they're going to be putting in down here. We had to remove all the tiles. They're going to cut out and put a footing 12 inches deep, and between each stud there's going to be a J-bolt going down into the cement that will hold this wall down firmly, along with plywood rather than sheetrock. I guess they'll lay the sheetrock on top of the plywood, but that'll need to go all the way up into the ceiling, right up to the roof rafters, and connect using hardware and anchors and things like that, along with I guess a strap that'll go the whole length of the house. Anyways, this is a first start of the demolition process. I'm working on the way back, because this is my son's bedroom. Trying to get the sheetrock off so he can kind of still live here until construction starts. Right? Oh yeah, I use this vacuum here. It's like a high-tech vacuum that has a special filter in it, along with a Dremel tool. And I just take the Dremel tool. How do I found all the screws is I had a little magnet that I just went along the studs until I found the magnet stick and circled where the head of the nails are, and then I just kind of took my Dremel tool and ground it down, and then I used this tool here to pry out the nails, and I did that on all of them. I'm going to do that also in the kitchen to help eliminate a lot of dust. You can see there was very little dust by doing it this way. I'll just be able to vacuum that up. So hopefully that'll help keep the dust level in the house down by doing it this way. Also, it'll be easier, rather than the sheetrock breaking apart like this, I'll be able to cut with the Sawzall into manageable pieces, and they should just pull right away because there's nothing actually holding it on the wall anymore. So that should make things easier.